Yo, welcome back to Camera Rumors, the series where I spread the latest industry rumors. Let's go. Alright, so jumping in this week, we're talking about the new GoPro Hero 9. This camera delivers 5K video, 20 megapixel photos. It's got increased image stabilization, which, they already did fantastically. And it's out now. People have got it, people are shooting with it, and you can buy it from yesterday. Amongst other features, this has a new front-facing display, a larger rear display, and extended battery life, which is killer. I think GoPro is still probably the kings of action cams. DJI with the Osmo Action, it's pretty good, it's not amazing. And then you've obviously got the Insta360 One R, which is like the modular action cam, 360 cam, which is great, but because it does more than just an action cam, GoPro is still going to win because it's like one tool for one job. All right, I just want to take a moment to say, if you do like this content, consider subscribing. It massively helps the channel. I release videos like this every week, as well as tutorials, gear reviews, unboxings, and the odd vlog if you're lucky enough. So get subscribed and like the bell to stay up to date for whenever I post those. Moving on to some Sony news. They released the A7C this week. Now, we had some speculation about what this would be like. We knew it'd be full frame, we knew it'd be alpha, and yeah, it's definitely alpha. This is an A7 III in an A6600 body, and that is probably the simplest way that you can put this. This camera is extremely powerful. It's got all of the best parts of the A7 III, as well as a couple of great parts from the A7S III, like the flip LCD screen. Now, the body is a bit smaller and people have been kind of moaning about that because people like larger grips, but I'm thinking about getting this camera, and my solution to that would be to, for instance, get either like a bracket or a cage for the side that just buffs it out a little bit. This does only have one card slot. You've still got IBIS. You've got a tiny viewfinder, which I'm not a massive fan of, I will be honest, but we'll see how it actually performs. Some people like it, some people don't. I do like a good viewfinder, but I'll just have to get used to it. All right, so on September the 24th, in just over 7 days from the time of recording this video, we're going to be looking at seeing the Canon C70. That's right, the latest C-line camera from Canon is coming, and it's pretty small. It's not much bigger from the images than the Blackmagic that I'm shooting on right now, but it boasts tons of the amazing powerful features from the rest of the C lineup. If you're familiar with the C lineup, you'll probably notice that most of the usual function buttons are on the sides. You've got a mini XLR port, HDMI. We're not sure if it has SDI yet, but the main thing is it has an RF mount. Finally, people who are investing in Canon RF cameras, such as the R, the R5 and the R6, are going to be able to use those lenses that they use for photography and DSLR or mirrorless videography on a cinema camera. Now, for me, this is a great camera to, for instance, step up from like an R6 or an R5 if you're really into video and you want a dedicated A-cam. Otherwise, I think if you're looking at spending that money, maybe the Komodo might be a good idea still, but Canon do a wonderful thing with that sensor that's in there. Pretty sure it's the same one that's in the C300, so we'll just have to wait and see. As well as the C70, there's actually a rumor that we're also going to see a C50 as well. Now, the C50, much like a C500 to a C700, is basically going to be the same thing. It's going to be a smaller, more compact version of the C70, and I reckon you wouldn't get a micro four thirds sensor. You'd probably still get an APS-C Super 35 type sensor, but you'd also lose a lot of those function buttons. I think it would be more akin to, say, like a mirrorless camera's form factor than a cinema. So C50, C70, expect them on the 24th of September. Okay, so moving on to some Nikon? I don't know how to pronounce it anymore. Moving on to some news for that, we've got two new lenses for their Z-mount system. One is a 14 to 24 f2.8 and the other is a 50mm f1.2. Fair play to them for releasing a couple of new lenses, but maybe they should just fix some of the shooting issues with their cameras first. That might be a better idea, maybe. But you know, we got 2 new lenses now. I guess that's kind of it. I'm not massive, like, I'm not a massive Nikon fan. Like, sorry guys, but yeah. All right, guys, that is it for the video. Don't forget to hit like, get subscribed, light the bell to stay up to date for whenever I release a new video. And until the next one, see ya.